everyone. I thought I'd come back with a live video. I have a posing, Hyla, can't wait to see you in a couple minutes. Let's see, about like 15 minutes. I have a posing client via Skype, but I'm sitting here, I was just catching up on some emails, and I figured I'd touch base with a live video. So what I thought I would tell you guys about today, when we did our macro chef, which I felt like was great, I got some awesome feedback from you guys, and Joanna and I had an absolute blast. So we just really appreciate all of you for coming. We have the book that's all out now, but when we were at class, some of the topics, I love that it was more of like an open forum and we could all chit chat and ask questions. Some of the topics turned from the recipes and the cooking, which was totally fine, to sort of what I like to call macro gems. That's sort of been what I call anything that I use that's really macro friendly, that helps me stay on task. Some of those things are just low. When I say macro friendly, it just basically means low calorie, usually low carb and low fat. I never really search for anything that's low protein, so a lot of the items will actually be high in protein or just low calorie all around, 0 calorie substitutes, things like that. So for those of you who do not know, the Walden's Farm products, they're hit or miss, but some of them are really good. So I do really like their pancake syrups. I love their blueberry. I love their regular pancake syrup. If you think that it's a little too watery and too thin, which has been a common complaint about the Walden's Farm syrup, you can get the Joseph's syrup. This is Joseph's sugar-free syrup. And that's at Whole Foods, or you can do what I do and order everything on Amazon Prime. That's super thick. You cannot even tell that it is sugar-free syrup. It actually is extremely like the real thing. The other question that we had was about coffee creamer. So for coffee creamer, I love the Walden's Farms 0 calorie sweet cream creamer. I have more than 1 cup of coffee a day. Even the sugar-free creamers, they take up a lot of my macros, so I don't like to use those on a consistent basis. Sometimes I'll use part of like a pumpkin spice one if that one's out, and then part of just the Walden's Farm sugar-free. Sorry of alert, guys. To kind of, you know, cut down on some of the calories and the carbs. I don't like using too many carbs on my drinks, and certain coffee creamers and things like that can really add up. Another question that we had was talking about how you can spice up your protein shakes. I will say that Max Muscle, they do have a lot of really great flavors. I switched to them and I had tried all their flavors before I decided to commit. Eric really likes the cookies and cream. I like the vanilla. I also like the s'mores. The s'mores is really good. They have strawberry. They have a ton of great stuff on there. If you don't want to get a specific protein powder that's a flavor, say you just want to stick with vanilla and spice it up on your own, the sugar-free powder Jell-O mixes are great to put in your shakes. You can get, I like to use pistachio. I like to use the cream or the cheesecake flavor. There's tons. There's a lot of really great choices. So you could use that, a tablespoon of that, to kind of change up your protein shake. You can also use the stevia sweet drops. Those are, they're stevia, the sweetener, the natural sweetener. It's in a little dropper. They're expensive, but a little bit goes a long way. You'll keep them in the fridge. I like to use the vanilla a lot in my Greek yogurt. I use chocolate. That way I can get more things that are plain and I can sweeten them on my own. I control that on my own. Another thing I love are the shirataki noodles. They're also known as the miracle noodle once they kind of got a little popular and everyone was using them. But you can just get them at regular in the Asian food section. They're cold. So you'll keep them in the fridge. So you won't find them where you would find pasta. You'll find them in the cold area by where the Asian food would be. I think near the wonton wrappers a lot. You can see them there. They're little noodles that whatever you cook them with, they end up kind of taking on that flavor. So you'll want to rinse them out a bunch of times, and then those are really, really good. Another thing that I like for my snacks, I love this Skinny Pop popcorn. I feel like I get a lot for not that many calories. I get like 3 cups. They have dark chocolate dusted. They have, whoops, sorry about that. They have dark chocolate dusted. They have the salt and pepper, and then I like just the plain regular. And you can get them in 100 calorie packs too, which is really awesome. So those are a good snack choice. My latest obsession is the Optimum Nutrition Cake Bites. There's 3 cake bites in a pack. You can get the cake bites on Amazon using Amazon Prime. Thanks, Janet, you told me about that. I was getting them at bodybuilding.com because usually bodybuilding.com has like the newest items that are released, but Amazon actually had them too, so that came even faster. And in the cake bites, since there's 3 packs, one little bite usually really satisfies me because sometimes I just want like a bite of a protein bar or a bite of something sweet. The other thing is Halo Top ice cream and Arctic Zero Chunky Pints or regular. If you're looking for something more flavorful, if you're super sensitive to how ice cream tastes and you don't like, I feel like I've killed my taste buds with some of these macro gems, but if you don't like plain and you want something that tastes as much like real ice cream as possible, I would go with Halo Top. Otherwise, I would go with the Arctic Zero Chunky Pints, and then after that, I would go with the regular. But the regular is great too. It's super low calorie. A whole pint's 150 calories. And the birthday cake is one of my favorites, and strawberry is one of my favorites. And you can also use that to mix in your protein shakes. So you could get some to make the shake a little bit thicker. Also xanthan gum. Xanthan gum also makes your protein shake thicker. I like to make protein fluff. So what I do with that is I'll take a scoop of, now you guys know that I've been using my Max Muscle. So I'll take a scoop of that, I'll put some xanthan gum in, a little bit goes a long way. If you guys use too much of the xanthan gum, it's gonna taste really weird. So I just put like maybe half a teaspoon or something like that in with 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk and 1 cup of ice, and I blend it. It makes this huge bowl of fluff, and then I'll put obviously fat-free Cool Whip on it because you guys all know I'm addicted to fat-free Cool Whip. And sprinkles, I love sprinkles. So you could use that. Another really great sweetener that I found was Devotion Nutrition makes what are called Flex Flavors. And these Flex Flavors are basically like little packs of stevia, and they're in all different flavors. They have monkey bread, they have biscotti, they have, my favorite one is Fruity Hoops. It tastes like Fruit Loops. So what I'll do is I'll get my cereal macro gem that I love, are the Kama Organic Puffs, and I'll post some of these things because they might be kind of hard to find, but these puffs I find on, you like those too? These puffs that I found on Amazon Prime, they're super filling. You can have 2 cups for, I want to say 50 calories, I think. 22 carbs is in 2 whole cups, and guys, it's huge. It's like a ton of volume because you guys know I'm a volume eater. The Fruity Hoops is so good, Joanna, you gotta get it. So I'll put the almond milk and I'll put the Fruity Hoops in the almond milk, or I'll sprinkle it on the cereal, and then my puffs, my plain like brown rice puffs, taste like Fruity Hoops. And that's something I was really missing because I do love those sugary cereals, so I miss them when I'm kind of trying to watch how much sugar I'm eating in a day and try and keep my calories in check. So those are the things that have been kind of getting me through. Those are kind of my little tricks. I have been using, since the Macro Chef, I've been using the sweet potato chocolate frosting dip. I love it. I'm using just a little bit. It really kills, and I know, Joanna, you're listening to me live. I know I'm supposed to eat them with something, but I've literally just been taking like a little bit, like a tablespoon, and it's totally been killing my sweet tooth for barely any calories at all. Fruity, Mercedes, that's the nurse in you hearing that. No, Fruity Hoops, I swear, I'm not telling you guys to eat anything disgusting. But you guys, seriously, make that sweet potato chocolate frosting and just kind of like leave it in your fridge, and you could just, I think the consistency, I like it to be a little bit more whipped, and Joanna can correct me if I'm doing something totally botched, but even with my Arctic Zero and my Halo Top, what I like to do is I'll stick it in the microwave just for like 10 seconds just to kind of make it a little bit more able for me to eat. I don't have a hard time getting my spoon in, and so I kind of did that with the dip after it was in the fridge and sort of whipped it up just one last time, and then I'll just have like a tablespoon of it. But you know, you guys can use fruit dip. I'm probably going to even try it with vegetables too. I love chocolate everything. Another thing, my Max teammate, sorry, the lighting's getting all weird. Yeah, I was thinking that too, Joanna. Joanna just typed, what if we tried to freeze it? Sorry, can you guys see me? And I think that that's a good idea. I think I'm probably gonna try that. Put it in like gosh, now I'm getting all these ideas too. You could put it in that ice cube tray, and we could even put that in our shakes. But we do have, I do have popsicle things, so maybe Joanna and I will test putting that together and seeing if it'll make like a fudgesicle, because I think that that could totally happen and that would be amazing. So those are some of my favorite treats so far that have been kind of getting me through, because you guys know I'm back on trying to diet and try and keep my calories in check. And if you guys, you all know me, I have a huge appetite, I have a huge sweet tooth. So I definitely, oh, I was gonna tell you guys what my Team Max teammate told me about. The other thing that she makes is she'll take some baking powder. She takes like half a teaspoon of baking powder. She blends 150 grams of egg whites, and she blends, she was using the Max Pure Whey s'mores or cookies and cream, and then some stevia, blends it up for about 2 minutes, and then heats it up on a skillet with a little bit of coconut oil or olive oil and lets it rise. It ends up rising and making this huge kind of cakey sort of thing, and she breaks it up with a wooden spoon, and she'll put like some Walden's Farms or some frozen fruit on it. That's another really great choice if you're a volume eater. And then you guys all know that I'm a huge fan of spaghetti squash and zucchini noodles. You can grab the spiralizer. It's like $10, $8 on Amazon. You just spiralize the zucchini. You can even spiralize an apple, put it in the microwave for a minute, and you can put, if you have the zucchini noodles, you could, salt them and do your thing with that, or use the sauce that I love, that Cucina Antica sauce. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Who knows? But you can use that sauce. It's super low calorie. I do get that, I believe, not on Amazon. I think I found it cheaper somewhere else, but they have a pumpkin sauce too that's really good, and they have a ton of different choices, but I like the tomato basil. If you use the apple, you can put some cinnamon, and you could even drizzle, I like putting, right now I'm really big on putting the Walden's Farms maple syrup. I love this maple flavor. I have this huge craving, and the maple, like some kind of syrup or the Joseph syrup and some salt tastes really, really good. You can put the apple in there with some cinnamon, some butter spray, and a little bit of sugar or stevia. I think Truvia, if you guys don't like the stevia taste, I think Truvia tastes even better. It's really good. It does have some sugar alcohol, so you might want to see if it upsets your stomach. So that's a lot of stuff, but that's the stuff that I've been eating lately. I've also been using rice cakes and using some fat-free cream cheese, or some rice cakes that are flavored like the apple rice cakes or the caramel rice cakes, and using the fat-free cream cheese. Or there's a Greek yogurt cream cheese that's really good. Another thing you could do is you can shred chicken. You can put some frozen chicken in the crock pot, put a block of the Greek yogurt cream cheese in there, low fat, and you could use some ranch seasoning or the ranch flavor god, and then you can just put it on low for 8 hours, and then you can just take a hand mixer, and it's like shred all your chicken, and you'll have some for your wraps, for salads, those kind of things. Joanna, I also have to say that, oh my gosh, the cabbage, if you guys are missing out on this Vietnamese cabbage salad, you need to get this book and you need to try it. It is delicious. I did not feel like I was eating a salad. I was so content. And a couple people, you guys have made the chicken and broiled the chicken, used the broiler feature on your ovens, and you said that it was basically foolproof. And I love hearing that, because we wanted it to be super easy for you guys. So the book is available for download. I'll put the link in there. Oh my gosh, it's definitely my favorite salad too. Thank you. You saved my life, seriously. So I'll put the link in there. You guys can download the recipe ebook that Joanna and I went through for the thing. The yogurt toppers are unbelievable. And I'm telling you guys, honestly, you could seriously just sit there and, like I said, with the frosting, and just have a tablespoon of it. You could have a little bit of the granola, the yogurt topper. Delicious, seriously. 2017, let's find fun ways and exciting ways to keep all of our food healthy, keep ourselves happy. We're gonna be feeling good, we're gonna have a lot of energy, and there's a ton of stuff out there. You just have to get creative and look for it. There's a ton of stuff out there. So if you have any favorites, if you're wondering about, why don't you tell me what your favorite food is, and we'll try and figure out an alternative for you so that you can still kill those cravings and you can stay on track. All right guys, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.